McLeod, Russel. Now, the CFO, Kamal Baheti, joins us to talk about their Q3 performance, which was a tad bit weak, I'd say. Mr. Baheti, what's the reason for the decline in top line, especially after you witnessed a pretty decent first half? Is it on account of sale of estates, or is it anything else that seems to have impacted the revenue?
No, it's mainly to do with the 12 tea gardens which we have sold. If you remember that in the month of June, we have signed the agreement to sell 12 tea gardens. And naturally those sales has not come in the last quarter, and that is the reason why there is a drop. But if you really look at minus that and adjust it, so these two numbers are first not comparable. But if you compare to like, then there will be an increase of around 10% on the top line.
What are the average selling price? We understand Q3 pricing were not that great.
You are right. In fact, the average selling price has been absolutely similar to last year for the quarter, and for the 9 months also, where we used to be around 10 rupees higher. At the end of the 9 months, we are higher by around 6 rupees per kg. So last quarter, the prices had been subdued. It's mainly because there had been extra production which has come out of Kenya. Kenya made 50 million kilograms or more, which had an impact on the export demand, and naturally that much of additional supply in India. So, that had an impact in the last quarter on the prices, where the prices which were running higher actually came down, and it been similar to the last year.
So, just want to understand, wage costs have been a pain point. Q3 saw a significant margin compression. So is that attributable to wage cost uptick, or are there other factors at play as well?
Absolutely. In fact, the increase has been substantial as compared to any previous year. And this year increase, normally when the wage increase happens for a year or 2 years, the prices also jump in line to really bring back the margins. Unfortunately, this year, because of the higher production in Kenya, we did not see that price increase. We did see the price increase in the first and second quarter, but in the third quarter, it has actually again came down. But I'm pretty sure with this kind of an increase, which is across the board for the industry, there will be some definitive increase in the prices, and when the season changes or the cycle changes on the prices, couple of years it may really go up substantially. I hope there is going to be change in the cycle next year, and we'll see increase in prices to offset this kind of increase which has been there on the wages.
Right, but the margins have actually dipped to single digit. What's the prospect over there? How would you defend the margins ahead?
Yeah, it is scary. It is scary because it is seasonal in nature. Number one, you can't increase production substantially. It is completely weather dependent. So you have to really depend on the cost increase to be upset by the prices. The year the prices really go up, your margins come back. Last year was in the case where we had improved on the margins, but this year again the cost went up more than the price increase. So in case of a tea industry which is there in the plantation, actually the margins mainly depend on the prices. I hope the prices come back and we get back to the margins.
Mr. Baheti, really appreciate you talking to us about how the numbers have been, but the stock, however, continues to be punished, down 5% in trade.